What's up, Cancer? Welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot. Today we're going to be doing a timeless tarot and oracle reading for you. Whenever you see this, that's when you're meant to find it. If you'd like for me to pray for you, that offer always stands. I encourage others to lift you up with good energy as well. So say hi in the comment section or leave an emoji, whatever feels right for you. And that gives us something that we can focus on that uniquely represents you. You guys, I just dropped a new track for you on the Healing Music channel, Mommy Swami. That will be a link in the description box below. There's everything from 8-hour tracks to meditation tracks that last an hour to 20 minutes. You guys, I do have to let you know, those 8-hour tracks, I'm so sorry if you get interrupted with a commercial. It's nothing that us YouTubers can actually control. If you don't have a membership, unfortunately, I know, I'm so sorry. It's like their way of incentivizing you to get a membership. So those of you who with memberships, you won't get interrupted. But for any of you guys who get a commercial, I'm so sorry. There's nothing I can do about it. Those longer tracks have them. We have Bountiful Nature. Bountiful Nature. Oh, spending time in nature helps shift you to a higher vibration and reminds you of God's infinite abundance, Cancer. Go outside and enjoy a walk or a hike with your pet. Don't do that if you're in Nashville. You'll need a really big coat. Meditate beneath a tree, garden, sit under the stars, or do some other activity to connect with a limitless vastness, So it's really connecting with nature in any way, shape, or form that you see fit. You know, it's interesting. Have you ever been out on a walk or a hike, or you've been at a park and you just feel like it's easier to get downloads? Do you ever have just information drop in your head, in your hair? What's that in your hair? Some information. But yeah, I do think that it's easier to connect to that divine wisdom that way. We have 2 oracle cards that came out for you. We've got the owl. The message of the owl says your intuition is correct. Follow your inner wisdom without fail. And we've got a theme appearing. And then we have, you will soon enter into a beneficial partnership, Cancer. Luck and longevity blesses this union. Cool. So you guys, if you enjoy this channel, if you enjoy this message, could you please help me make you my day job by hyping it, liking it, just showing the algorithm basically that this was useful to you. I appreciate you. All right, let's get into it. Cancer, what we got coming on to Cancer's life path. Cancer, please make it clear, Spirit. Thank you. Clear, Spirit. Thank you. Oh, interesting. Who are these 2 energies? Okay. And the Queen of Wands in reverse. Who's this energy? Ah. Okay. Who's this Queen of Pentacles? And then we've got a Queen. Sorry for my very vocal kitty. He acts like he wants to go outside, but he's too scared. When I finally open the door, it's a no-go. Speaking of no-goes, we've got 2 individuals coming out. Now see if you recognize yourself in this. One person has almost the energy of somebody stable and responsible. Maybe it could be an earth sign even. Oh, my coffee machine's going off. Let's read into everything. The cat, the coffee machine. They want to move forward. They want their ships to come in. They want to make progress, but there is some kind of something limiting them. So it could be something that they are feeling stuck in, and we'll unpack that in a second, but they have every intention to make progress and move forward with something with very grounded energy. Then we have an individual who's a little bit in their ego, they're bossy. Now, they might not always be this way, but they're coming through your reading this way for some reason. The Queen of Wands, when she's upside down, she can be a real bitch. What's interesting is that there's an entire storyline in these 3 cards attached to this individual. And I'll tell you, it's with this spark, this opportunity. So this usually comes with a verb. The wands are action. So this is like, let's go do this, or this is a project that, or this can even sometimes be a relationship, but it doesn't get off, whatever it is, it doesn't it appears like an opportunity. It almost appears as something new, but then it's like takes a nosedive into the ground. With the Death card, it's like, I need to get some more cards out on this because I don't want to misread it, but we have the Death card attached to it for a reason. It almost has a false start feeling to it. Healing. So it's actually all centered around healing. What's this Ace of Wands? I need to find out more. Something, Justice came out. Four of Swords. Why is this Queen of Wands upside down? Why is this, they're not happy. Sun card, upside down, to describe the Queen of Wands upside down. It's really important to keep in mind that the Queen of Wands, when she arrives upside down, she's in a toxic place. She's in her ego, she's bossy, that might be stemming from jealousy or the lack of control, right? So there's some immature emotions stirring this up. And if you look even underneath that level, usually always comes down to fear and vulnerability, right? But on the surface, sometimes these people need to be reined in a little bit. And by saying that, I mean having boundaries, having really strong boundaries. Tell me more about it. Now I say Queen, but of course gender is not attached. This looks like it could be in a relationship, a partnership of some sort. And it's not just any partnership. It's in order for this partnership to go well, boundaries have to be put in place. Because there's too much overthinking around this individual. There's too much anxiety. All right, so what's this whole... I will tell you this, something's surfacing, okay? And it is an opportunity to heal. But there's some heartbreak attached. There's also this quiet energy that occurs. There's something contemplative, like this could be a moment where somebody withdraws and they're like, this is no good. And what it brings, it's like somebody allowing the disappointment or heartbreak to surface and to actually look at it and to reflect on this. The Four of Swords is a processing energy. And I feel like this Queen of Wands, for some of you guys, is almost doing a false presentation of like an opportunity. But what it's actually successful in is bringing to light something that's been very hard, disappointing, or heartbreaking. That's the job it's actually doing. And something's got to give. This era, so to speak, is moving out of your life. The Death card, it's not usually literal death, but it's like there's usually an overall feeling of this season is past. This is timed out. We're now ready for something else. And that is the healing, the Six of Swords. So, yeah. There's some heavy adulting going on here for you, Cancer. We're going to make this an extended, and that will be a link in the description box below. I'm just letting you know right now, I'll be getting advice. I'll be unpacking the reading much more if you like to go onto those, okay? So let's keep on going. Wow, that kind of did this little hop and then fell upside down, the wheel. So you have to look at this. You have to look at it because the wheel has stopped turning. This is a setback. This is like, okay, we've kind of hit a wall here. And I keep thinking that you are most likely the Queen of Pentacles here. You want to move forward, but this is what's keeping you stuck. So let's look at it, right? Life is forcing you to take a look at this. Talk to me about this wheel being stopped. You know what? Talk to me about how to get the wheel going again. What do we do to get that wheel going again? This is like getting past setbacks. Two cards flew out together. Leaving behind deception. Eight of Cups and the Seven of Swords. The time is now to just get it all out there, to communicate. And I'll clarify this with more cards, but this is like being real. What is the deception though? What is the Seven of Swords for my Cancers? Oh, what are we deceiving ourselves? That this is over? You're holding on. You couldn't get more clear. The Death card upside down. Holding on to something dead, it eventually starts to stink. What's this Eight of Cups? Moving past, this is 10 of Swords, another ending card, but this is a harsh one. For some of you guys, this is not going to apply to everybody, but it's very specific. For some of you guys, there's already been an ending here. It was a harsh ending, and you were not willing to just like be like, okay, I guess that's it. And then the sting stays with you. It's like you almost wanted to hold on to the ending, to have a different ending, or to have just not to walk away with that sting. Now, it could be intuition. High Priestess energy. This has got a little bit of let sleeping dogs lie, you know. And, you know, if you move forward, if you accept things as they are and move forward the best you can, there is a chance that they will follow. Ugh, really? No. Wow, but you're following. Again, you got the 8 of Cups again. So it doesn't matter if... I got this really interesting visual. It doesn't matter if they come back, trotting back to you. They're never going to be at the pace you are. So their horse is going to need water. They're eventually going to run out of supplies, and it'll just lag, and finally you'll leave them behind. But you have to leave this behind, and the choice is yours. Interesting. So what are we leaving behind here exactly? I mean, talk to me more about that. Fresh beginnings, new beginnings. This is like, this could be apologies that are thin, that are paper thin, apologies that don't work, they don't lead anywhere. What is this Ace of Cups? The illusion of reciprocity. This is the promise. This is that moment of like Ike and Tina, right? Ike and Tina Turner, where Ike's coming back with flowers, like, sorry, baby, take me back. And you're like, no, actually, I'm going to leave now. And I'm going to go at a speed you'll never be able to catch up to. I feel like I'm talking to a lot of you guys who have been put through the ringer with somebody who's in their ego, somebody who thinks they can say what they want to do, say what they want to say, do what they want to do, because you're always going to come back to them, or they're always going to be taken back. And you're being asked to reflect from this opportunity we're talking about that gives way to the actual heartbreak of a scenario and this quiet energy of processing it. You're being asked to look at a cycle here. Now, we don't have the Devil card, but I'm getting this ache going through my arms. And so when that happens, that's it, the reading resonating with me. And it's saying, pay attention to this. The act of healing, and then it's like this Death card comes back, and then, okay, this is a chance to heal. I mean, I feel like it had me fooled for a bit. Boundaries need to be put on an individual like this. I'm going to give you a mudra card right now. This is something that you can do to empower yourself on the other end of this camera. For Cancer, to empower them with a hand gesture. Okay, it is acceptance. Come to terms with yourself. This has been happening. So we put all our pinky and our ring finger together with our thumb and stick up the middle finger and the pointer finger. Acceptance. Come to terms with yourself, Cancer. I use and enjoy the good times and indulge myself when I need to. Imagine that you are painting a mandala on the silk cloth using lots of red, orange, and yellow. Lay the picture like a warming cloak on your belly and let the tones unfold their regenerative and healing effects. This mudra relieves abdominal cramps and menstruation pains, if you get them. First of all, massage the ring of the little fingers about 100 times. This is if you like a ritual, okay? While breathing, keep this mudra. Breathe deeply into your abdomen. And while you breathe out, feel the tension in your belly release and dissipate. Then lay your hands on your belly and allow their warming energies to flow. The belly is so vulnerable. Even saying the word feels vulnerable. Laying your hands on your belly. It is vulnerable. Why does it feel that way? There is something that I feel has been compromising you. And I do feel that there seems to be, in order to move forward, you keep getting stuck with this. You don't want to leave it as a 10 of Swords, but your intuition now is stepping in. And too little, too late plays a role in this. That's why I'm feeling like I'm seeing that visual of like the Knight of Pentacles following you, but can't keep up the pace. Eventually, the Knight of Pentacles just needs to, he taps out. I'll just say it that way. I'm going to go on to the extended, you guys. I hope that this was validating and it was helpful. I'm sending you love and light, and maybe I'll see you over there. The link will be in the description in the box below. Bye-bye.